welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a very happy day today. What can I say? I have missed you guys. I am so sorry that I have not posted a video here on YouTube. To be quite honest, I have just been feeling completely discouraged and unmotivated for several things, but my financial journey being at the top of that list. There are a numerous amount of things that I have to update you guys on, and I do plan on doing so in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. It'll probably be in my debt snowball update, so you guys will be seeing that soon. And if you guys have been following me on this journey, you guys know that at the beginning of this year, 2020, Chris and I were so close to paying off our credit card debt. We were giving large payments, at least they were large for us. I think our debt snowball at the time was like $720 or something crazy like that, which means, if you guys don't know, that $720 was the minimum payment for our credit cards, and that's not even including all the extra money that we could give. So we were giving $1,000 payments at times. It was so exciting, and I know you guys felt the excitement. We were just all excited. However, when I got laid off in March due to COVID, we decided to stop our debt snowball, and that was a huge mistake. If we could go back, I would continue making those payments, but we stopped. We cut out several different things. We lessened the amount going into our sinking funds by a few $100s. We got rid of sinking funds we didn't need, but I just really wish that we did not stop those debt snowball payments, but we did. And you guys will be caught up on what has happened and where we are in debt in another video. So you guys will see. And you guys will see that in this budget setup, there are credit cards listed, quite a few actually, that were not listed months ago. So they have reappeared and we are not happy. We are not proud of it at all, but we are being honest with you guys and showing you guys our real numbers. This is the actual debt that Chris and I have, and I am just excited to get this ball rolling again. Debt snowball reference. Yeah, stay tuned if you guys want to see me set up my January 2021 budget, and feel free to comment down below and tell me what you think of this video, because this is something I do at the very least once a month. I sit down and I go over our budget. What is our income? How much are our expenses? How are the sinking funds looking? Our debt snowball, etc., etc. So this is something I do regularly. However, I don't share it. And I was just thinking, and I feel like this is something I should definitely be sharing with you guys, because our budget is never the same month to month. And I'm sure that's something that you guys realize when you're doing your own budget as well. Things change. Our bills can increase or decrease from month to month, or maybe we realize we don't need to be putting as much money into this sinking fund, etc., etc. There's just so many different things that go on, and Chris and I do change things in our budget. And sometimes I do forget to tell you guys when I am doing a cash envelope stuffing. So this will be easier for you guys to follow and for me to refer to if needed. So definitely let me know what you guys think of this video, and I hope this encourages you guys to sit down and go over your budget for the following month. And also, just to give you guys an update, I do have a couple of different video ideas for the future, and I'm super excited to make those videos and get them out there for you guys. I will say that I did have videos for you these past few months, but I did lose the footage, and it was the footage for probably 3 videos, I think. It was hours of footage, you guys, and I was very frustrated, and I did not want to film after that, and I didn't. So I'm sorry, but I'm back, and I look forward to making more videos for you guys, of course. So I do have different things, and a few things are, I have savings challenges that we can all do together in 2021. That'll be a video, a debt snowball update, and my journaling videos will be making a comeback, so I hope you guys stay tuned for those. Those are probably the longest videos to make, besides if I'm doing some sort of vlog style video, which you guys will know what I mean later on. Yeah, those videos take a long time, and I'm super excited because I have new things that I want to show you guys and do with you guys, and I hope you'll want to join me. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Super fun stuff coming that we can all do together. Let me know if savings challenges are something you would be interested in. I know I did post something about it on Instagram, so if you guys are following me on Instagram, you definitely saw that. And this is what it looked like on Instagram. But yeah, I love putting polls on there to see what you guys want to see or don't want to see. And I also ask you guys just all types of stuff. So follow me on there if you're not already. And before we get into this video, I would like to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Skillshare. For those of you that don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online learning community for people who want to learn from educational videos. With thousands of classes in design, business, technology, and so much more, it would be pretty difficult to not find a class that caught your interest. The huge variety of classes that they have is truly amazing. How many of you have told yourselves, I wish I knew how to do that? Or maybe you even considered taking it as a course just to learn it. But then you would have to find the time to take that class, and with Skillshare, you take the class when you want to. There's no schedule. You guys know I wouldn't promote anything that I personally wouldn't use or that I didn't believe in. And now some of you might be asking, but Bri, how much is all of this? You guys, a yearly subscription is less than $10 a month. That's a great deal. And Skillshare is offering the first 1,000 people who click my link a free trial of Skillshare Premium. And please comment down below if you're going to give it a shot. I really hope you guys give Skillshare a chance, and thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I hope some of you guys can find it just as useful as I have. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so I'm going to get started with my expenses, and I'm actually going to make a quick table like I do for everything else. You guys know I like the tables. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's start filling this in. So the total for the expense will go in this column here, and then check number 1 and check number 2. And this is for January, so I'm just gonna go ahead and write that here. Okay. Can you guys see that okay? I'll zoom in a little bit. The way I like to set up this sheet is in order of how the expenses due. So for example, my rent is due on the 1st, so that will be the first thing on my list. So I'm just gonna go ahead and write number 1 for the 1st. It is rent. So the total for rent is $500, and I'm just gonna go ahead and split that evenly between these two. Next up is Hulu, and this is due on the 6th. This one is $75, and I'm going to be splitting this 40-35. I know it is a bit expensive for Hulu, but it is something we constantly use, and there's 4 of us that use it, so I kind of think it's worth it. Next up is our Amex card that's due on the 7th. The minimum payment for this is $115. I'm going to be splitting this 50-65. Okay. Next up are Christopher's and my Barclay card. So we both have one. And these were the last 2 on our list before we were almost done paying our credit card debt. The minimum payment for these are $30. And I will be splitting that evenly among the 2 checks for each one. Next up is our internet bill. And I just put TWC for Time Warner Cable. The total for this is $75, and I will be splitting that 35-40. Next up is our phone bill, and this is due on the 16th. The total is $155, and I will be splitting that 75-80. Next up is living spaces. that's due on the 21st. The total for this minimum payment is $150. And I'll be splitting that evenly, 75-75. Next up, we have a loan that is due on the 22nd. This is $370. And I will be splitting that evenly as well, 185-185. Next up is our car payment, which is due on the 26th. The total for this is $485. And I will be splitting that $245 and $240. Next up, we have Netflix, which is due on the 29th, and this is something that actually went up $5. So it's at $18 now. It was at $13, and I will be splitting that evenly, also $9. And for the final two, they are more credit cards for Christopher and I, and the minimum payment on these are $75. And I will be splitting this 40-35. Okay. And these are all of our expenses for the month of January that we have to pay. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and total all of this up. Actually, let me go ahead and use a different color so it's easier to see. Okay, so I actually messed up, so I'm gonna go ahead and try that again. So the total for all of our expenses for 1 month comes out to $2,353. So that's the grand total. And from each check, the first one comes out to $1,174. And the next one comes out to $1,179. From our first check in January, $1,174 is going towards our expenses only. So whatever is left from our check after that goes to our sinking funds. So let's go ahead and put this to the side. And speaking of our sinking funds, I am actually going to go over them with you guys. So let me go ahead and zoom you in here. Okay, so what is a sinking fund? For those of you that don't know, a sinking fund is pretty much anything that you will need money for in the 2 weeks from paycheck to paycheck. For example, you will need money for food, right? You'll need money for groceries, gas, toiletries. If you have a pet, they would definitely have a sinking fund. I have one for my bunny, Clover, and so on and so on. So also, a sinking fund can be something that you save up for annually. Example, Chris and I save up for our car tags annually. That sinking fund is labeled as car maintenance. So it is our car tags, but also say we get a flat and we need a tire, we would pull from that fund. And for the most part, these funds are supposed to just like build up every time you get paid, like car tags or Christmas. Let's get into our sinking fund. Okay, so first up we have car maintenance, and the ideal amount that this should be getting every paycheck is $30. Next up we have Christmas, and the ideal amount every paycheck would be $40. And the way you figure out your yearly payments is you want to know your goal. For example, if I wanted to save $500 for Christmas, I would take how many paychecks I have until Christmas, and let's say it's 24, and you would take that $500 and divide it by 24, and whatever you get is how much you should be saving each paycheck. So that's how we get that number. Next up is clothing. What we did before was we both had a cash envelope and we would just put our ideal amount was $5, nothing crazy. So I'm just gonna do it as one envelope now for both Chris and I, and it's going to be getting $10. Next up is Clover. That is my bunny. And ideally this one will be getting $30 every 2 weeks for hay and her veggies and her pellets and her treats and all that stuff. Next up is fun. This will be getting $30, and right now it's kind of easy to stay in budget for fun because of everything that's going on and all these places are closed, so it hasn't been hard to stick to this. Last month or a couple weeks ago, what Chris and I did is we went to the drive-in and the tickets were $10 each, and we had fun. Next up, we have gas. And this one you kind of have to like think, okay, how much do I spend on gas a week? And then double that. So how I did it was I've been filling up about once every 2 weeks since I do not have a job to drive to. And Chris fills up once a week. So I just estimate and say, okay, if each fill up is $40, 40 times 3 is $120. So that's how I got $120. And next up are gifts. This one will be getting $40. Next up are groceries. So if you followed us before, you know that our groceries, we weren't putting a lot into there, but we are going to try and cook more of our own meals. Overall, it'll be good for our budget and good for our bodies. Groceries will be getting $150 every 2 weeks. Next up is haircut, and this will be getting $20. Okay, next up we have medical, and this will be getting $5. So a new one I added is miscellaneous. I've noticed in the past that certain things will come up and I actually don't have an envelope for that, and it's just like random things. I can't even think of the situation right now, but it has happened. I thought, why not just create a miscellaneous envelope, so if something like that happens or comes up, I have an envelope where I have this little bit of cash just in case. So a crazy amount is not going to be going into this, but I think $30 is a good amount to start with, and we'll see how that goes, and you know, with time you tweak your budget, so we'll see. Next up are nails. This will be getting $30. Next is restaurant, and this will be getting $40. And keep in mind, this $40 is for 2 people for 2 weeks. Next we have spending, and we keep these separate for both Chris and I, and these will each be getting $40. And last but not least, we have toiletries. This will be getting $20. So let me grab another color, and I am going to, the total of all of our sinking funds, an ideal amount, comes out to $675. So it is more than we were putting these past couple of months, which was, we narrowed it down to $500. However, it's still less than what we used to have. I think it was, we used to put like $700 or $800 dollars. I don't remember the exact amount, but it was more than this. So this is a good medium, I would say. And I just realized that you guys could not see anything that I was writing. I'm so sorry. Okay, so when we take 675 and we added with the total amount for our expenses part 1 from check number 1, we get about $1,850, give or take. So $1,850 is what Chris and I roughly need to make to fulfill all of our expenses and our sinking funds. This isn't including our debt snowball. You guys know when we're on this debt journey, we want to throw as much money as we can at that debt. We'll see how we do this first month. I will be checking in with you guys once a month to do something similar to this. It'll probably be different throughout the months, but this was just like a rough draft. Also a little catch up. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this type of video. And I wanted to say that I do have more videos coming. I am actually working on a 2021 savings challenge for all of us to do together. However, I do need a few more ideas. So if you guys have any savings challenges ideas that you would like to see, please comment down below any ideas. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm still doing some research, but I need to hurry it up because I need to get that video out for you guys before 2021. Which is only like a week away, you guys. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just glanced over at my calendar over here. Anyway, so that concludes today's video. Let me know what you think of this type of video. I do plan on meeting with you guys once a month to go over my budget and keep you guys updated, and also to keep me accounted for with you guys. There's just something about putting out like a video and I have to stick to it for you guys. You guys keep me on track, so thank you. And I for sure have missed you guys so much these past couple of months, and I am so glad to be back. So thank you guys for being the absolute best subbies, and you can look forward to more videos. So make sure to stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.